The Edge with Coulter and Meredith, but today I am joined with a very familiar face. We've got Max from the Arkells. How you doing?
It's Max and Meredith now.
Yeah, Max and Meredith. This is the new show.
Yeah.
Sorry, Coulter, you've been replaced. How you doing?
I'm doing great.
Yeah.
We played Ottawa last night. We just rolled into town and we got ourselves a beautiful day.
Beautiful day.
Yeah.
I was thinking because you guys have been touring around so much, and the past week and a half haven't exactly been forgiving weather-wise. How's the van been handling that?
The bus, thankfully we're not in a van anymore. The bus driver has to deal with all the road conditions. We played on Monday in Winnipeg, and then the next morning we flew home to avoid Northern Ontario.
Yeah.
And to have a couple days at home. And we were the last flight out of Winnipeg.
Oh, wow.
Our saxophone man, Dennis, he opted for the later flight and was stuck in Winnipeg for an extra day.
Oh,
so yeah,
no.
it's you know what though, that's what you sign up for when you opt to tour for Canada, tour in Canada during the wintertime.
Yeah, no kidding. Yeah. I guess when you pick February as your main tour,
yeah,
you're
kind of signed up for it. Yeah.
Yeah, no kidding. Congratulations on all the success of Rally Cry. I mean, it's been nonstop, I feel like.
Yeah, we like to keep busy.
Yeah, no kidding.
Yeah, people go, oh, you guys work hard. Well, it's kind of the job is to write songs and to tour them. And we have a good time doing it too. So it's not like a chore. It's not like we're bricklayers or something. Like we get to go travel and play to people that we don't know who seem to know the words to our songs. So we'll take that. You
picked up a couple Juno nominations for it.
Yeah.
Are you guys going to be able to attend the Junos? You've been talking about how busy you guys are.
Yeah, no, that window is free. So we're going to go. We're excited. Mike, our guitarist, who's been doing our design work since day one, like album posters and, album covers and T-shirt designs. He was nominated for album artwork design of the year for the Juno. So we're excited for him for that.
Very cool. Let's talk about the album specifically because it's getting all these accolades. When I listened to it for the very first time, I was hearing you guys are great because you always have such a huge sound, and I feel like it just keeps getting bigger and bigger and more larger than life. And I feel like this album was definitely like that. It also had some funk and soul vibes to it. What were you guys listening to while you were making it?
Well, we started doing shows with the Northern Soul Horns, which is like a great horn outfit in Toronto. And when you play with like a horn section like them, you're like, I just want to be like, the lead singer of a soul band, really. So we've always listened to a lot of Motown and 70s soul. But I mean, I think we're just fans of popular music from the 60s to today. And each song you could kind of go through and go, oh, okay, we lifted this part from that artist. Or we lifted this part from that artist.
It's cool, though. It's a great album because I feel like each song really does have its own strong identity.
Yeah. We wanted to make sure every song was punchy and to the point, and that we could play them live. In the studio, you're trying to make a great recorded experience, but you also, in the back of your mind, are thinking, okay, we're going to have to tour these songs. What are going to be the moments that we can create out of these songs when we play them live? Your
latest single is Hand Me Downs. We're playing it here on The Edge.
Thank you.
Love it. Tell me about that song.
That song was one of the last ones we recorded. We were coming back from a tour in the UK, and we had to record about two more songs for the record. And we saw Arcade Fire play at Wembley Arena.
Yep.
And they had these amazing sing-alongs, and just there's so much spirit and joy and passion. I was like, we need one of those.
We got to get some of this.
Yeah, and then I was listening to Joe Strummer on that tour a lot, and there's a song called Johnny Appleseed that I love, and we sort of lift a few ideas from them, Joe Strummer. And I love Florence and the Machine. There's a bit of that vibe in there, too. So it's sort of my favorite kind of big rock and roll songs are kind of in that song, Hand Me Downs.
I love it. Now, obviously, when you guys came out, you chose People Champ as the main lead single that you wanted to, introduce this album to the world with. And it's not the only song that kind of has a political angle to it. What inspired that? Was it, I take a look outside and there's inspiration everywhere, but was there a tipping point?
Yeah, we toured the States. We tour the States a lot, and we're, pretty aware of our, the communities that we're part of, and how we need to be able to live together. And People's Champ is definitely about sort of the kind of conversations that happen across the political spectrum these days, and how kind of troubling it is, and how you just want to be around people that are generous and, these are leaders that kind of embody the best in us, and I don't know if we always have that.
Right.
Specifically Donald Trump. But yeah.
Wink.
Yeah.
No, I think that it's really cool that you guys are doing that. And I really wanted to commend you guys, too, because when you released People's Champ, I remember hearing it and going, ooh, I mean, that's a song that's really calling out for people to really step up. And, like, you know, if you're going to release a song like that, you got to really step up. And you guys did nonstop. You guys are so great to your fan base. You're so great at giving back to the community. I mean, it's just incredible.
Oh, thank you. I mean, we feel really lucky to have the jobs we have, and the least we can do is shine a light on people that actually have hard jobs. And so people that are, you know, social service workers, teachers, nurses. Today at the show, we're doing a clothing drive.
Yeah, I was going to talk about that with you.
Yeah. So we got connected with this group, New Circles, that collect lightly used winter clothing and boots. And they were part of our album launch at Union Station back in October. So they're going to be on site tonight at Scotiabank Arena. And we encourage you, if you're coming down to the show, to bring any lightly used jackets. Do you know Mary Kondo? Kondo?
Yes.
Is
yes.
it Kondo or Kondo?
Tidying up. I think it's, oh gosh, Kondo, I think it is.
Kondo?
Marie Kondo?
Marie
okay.
Kondo. And she, you know, she has this theory, this idea.
Joy.
If it doesn't bring joy, if it feels kind of heavy, get rid of it. So just look in your closet, and if it doesn't bring you joy, bring it down, and somebody else can get good use of it.
I love it. Okay, so let's talk about the show tonight because you're playing Scotiabank Arena. It is, we just found out it's sold out.
Sold out, man.
So if you've just been like, oh, I'll get around to getting tickets. Oh, I'll get around to getting tickets. Too late.
Too late? Yeah, it's pretty wild.
She gone. The show tonight, I think, is interesting because you guys, as much as I've known you, I've seen you guys so many times. You guys are always great, but this is a much bigger venue for you this most recent tour, right? You were playing more intimate venues. How does that change the whole planning process with the tour?
There's way more details to sort out. Is what we learned. Is that, you know, when you're playing a club, there's only X amount of variables to work with. But when you're playing in a bigger room, you gotta say, okay, what's the stage gonna look like? What's the lighting gonna be like? In this particular tour, I had one production request, which was give me a catwalk. I was like, I really want a catwalk, and they gave me a catwalk. Yes. So there will be a catwalk tonight. But for us, it's fun. You know, it keeps the job really fresh. I think one of the fun parts of being in the band is that we get to experience new things. And this tour was a real exercise in like, okay, how do we make sure the person in the last row feels connected to the show? And that's a new challenge because, you know, when you're playing in a smaller rock and roll club, you don't have to worry about that as much. So, and we have the Arkells, the best soul singers in Toronto, joining us, and the Northern Soul Horns. So it's a bit of an army up there.
Very cool. I'm excited for it. Opening is Lord Huron. How did you guys get hooked up with them for this tour?
Yeah, we've been massive fans of Lord Huron for so long. And that's another part about being in the band is that, you know, when you're headlining a tour, you get to think about who you want to bring out with you. And we wanted to like bring like sort of a world-class experience. And that band, you know, they're sort of at the top of every festival billing in America. You know, they've done Red Rocks. Like they're really like the real deal. And so I know our fans have been blown away by them every single night. It's been such a joy to watch them.
Very cool. What can we expect from Arkells tonight besides the catwalk?
Ooh,
the bigger
there's a catwalk.
venue?
There's a surprise cover that we throw in there.
Excellent.
There's also a bit where we want to make sure that we get to a deep cut that doesn't always make the set list.
Right.
So we had a hotline set up where people could call in and tell us the name of the city, the show they're going to, and their name and why they want to hear a particular song. So we get our sound engineer Dave to surprise us every night. And so he plays the voicemail over the PA.
Oh, so cool.
And then we have to launch into the song. So I don't know what it's going to be tonight.
I hope you're ready for it.
I hope so too. We have a lot of songs.
Is there anything off the new album that you guys particularly enjoy playing live more than anything else? I mean, obviously the whole album's great
we have
to play,
a song called Saturday Night, and
Yeah.
it is Saturday night. And so I think it's going to be especially good tonight.
I think it's going to be a good one tonight. All right. Well, we are looking forward to the show. I know you've got to run to get ready for it. But one more time, I just wanted to go over all the clothing donations for everyone, all the details.
Bring down any lightly used winter clothing or boots. There will be people on hand in the concourse area. They'll be very easily identified, New Circles, and give them your stuff, and they'll get them to a good home.
Fantastic. Thank you so much for popping by, Max.
Yeah, of course.